So if you've been looking at the website, you can see that I refer to the vestibular system, the visual system, and the proprioceptive system. And that's how the brain and the body know where they're at. So the following case is an athlete who came into the office that just wasn't performing better. They had a pre-existing injury, the injury was healed, and they got back on the field and their performance have gone down. We're going to illustrate with these 3 tests how these systems aren't working together correctly. This is an athlete that was in the dark, and we're going to take a look at their eyes. And I'm showing that their eyes drift to the right and then beat to the left. We can see it by the graph. We play the eyes. The patient's looking out, or the athlete's looking out at us. Their eyes are drifting to the right and beating left, 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 left. Here comes a whole bunch of them in a row. Look at them go. So they're in the dark. They don't feel like they're moving, but their brain is telling that they're turning to the left. It's very significant. Now we look at the same athlete and they can't move their eyes as fast to the right side. This is a velocity graph, and the green is to the right and the red is to the left. So obviously the green is at 400 and the red is at 5. We'll look at the next phase, which is a position graph. So they're unable to actually hit the target. The red ones hit the target, the green ones are short because they're too slow. So they can't move their eyes as fast to the right, their eyes are too slow, and they can't hit the target. And finally, this is what it looks all together. You can see the rainbow. The red is much faster, the green is much slower, and that all ties back into that nystagmus that we just showed you. The last test we're looking at here is a balance test. This is the same athlete, same case. They're standing on foam, eyes closed, and head to the right, and they have an 80.4% stability score. That's not bad, 80.4%. So they are very stable, heads to the right, 80.4%. However, when they turn their head to the left, same test, heads to the left now, they're at 85%. This is a 5% difference. That's a huge difference when you're playing a professional sport, that you're 5% better with your head left versus right. It makes a huge difference. It's winning versus losing. So this case that you just watched was an athlete that actually just had an ankle injury, an old ankle injury, and they had stiffness in their legs. The stiffness in the ankle was enough to change the feedback into the brain. That was enough to make their eye movements off. When they moved their eyes to the right, they were short by 2 degrees. When they moved their eyes to the right, they were slower. That's the difference between making the shot and missing. If you're a high-level athlete and you've been injured, or you just beat up, or your performance is not up to par, if you want to extend your career, you want to increase your performance, this could be something that could really help you. You owe it to yourself to get evaluated. At least have the consultation.